Hi, it's time for math today. Let's get started with our 100 chart. Let's count by twos first. Ready? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Good job. This time I'm going to point, you're going to point, and you're going to say them. I will not. Your turn. Ready? Good job. We are ready for counting by fives. So do you remember what coin you use when you count by fives? Did you say nickel? You are good to go if you have nickel. Okay, so let's count by fives. We're going to get all the way to 100 this time. Ready? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. Good job. We are ready for counting by tens. Do you remember what coin you use when you count by tens? Dime is it. Let's count. I'm going to point. You're going to count. Good job. We are ready to go now. We are going to count some coins, and so we're going to sort them first. What is this? Dime, nickel, penny. Try to say it before I do. Nickel. Ooh, quarter. That one's going to go on the bottom. It's going to be a little hard to see. Maybe I'll see if I can get it to stand up a little higher. There you go. Now you can see part of it. Okay, and this is a penny. Maybe that won't stay up. Dime and nickel. So we need to count the quarter first. And the quarter has to go with a nickel. You got it. So a quarter and a nickel together, 25, 30. We always want to get that to a 0 at the end. So that's 30. Then we're going to count the dimes next. 40, 50, and now we have to count by fives for the nickels. 55, 60, and this makes 61, 62. And if I was writing 62 cents, I would write it just like this. A 6 and a 2 and a cent sign. Right there like that. Okay, so now that we've reviewed a little bit, we are going to learn how to do something really cool today. We have measured with a lot of different things, haven't we? We've used the linking cubes, and we've measured with that piece of yarn, and we used those footprints. That was really fun. But now we're going to use a real ruler, and so you want to find this. This should be in with your math things for today. And this is called a ruler. And this ruler goes by inches. So when you go to the first line, that's 1 inch. And then to the next line, that's 2, 3, 4. And it goes all the way up to 10 here. So if you would be on the very end, you would be at 11 inches. So we are going to measure a few things first. And then you will get to measure on your paper to work on today. So everybody find whatever pencil you're working with. I'm going to find my pencil over here. So my pencil looks like this. I am going to put my pencil right on here, and maybe that might be even better. So then I want to start at this end is pretty flat, and that goes where the edge of the paper is. Can you tell that on there? Let me see. There we go. Okay. So the end of the ruler goes right with the end of that. And do you know what? My pencil is right about 5 inches long. Can you see that? I will see if I can make it a little bit closer. Do you see that? There's a space. That space is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're at 5 inches. So my pencil is 5 inches long. Is your pencil 5 inches long, or is yours shorter? Or is yours longer? Ooh. Yours might be longer. How about if we measure the edge of your 100 sheet? We're going to go all the way from the bottom to the top. And look, it goes between the 8 and the 9. So then we'd say that's 8.5 inches tall. So let's measure something else. How about if we measure from the 5 to the 10? Ooh, count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then it's halfway between, or a little bit more than halfway, about halfway. 5.5 there. Ooh, if we'd move it over 1, then it's 6.5. What if you measure all of those? Make sure it's right on the very edge. It's a little over 9, isn't it? So when we measure on your paper for tomorrow, you will measure and it will come very close to one of these numbers every time, okay? When we are doing it now, sometimes it doesn't come as close, okay? Because you can have half inches and stuff like that. Just like we just count time to the hour, there are minutes in between. So it kind of works like that. So now I want you to find your paper that looks like this, and it's lesson 133. And now do you see where that is? You want to put your ruler right at that dot right above the A. The edge is right there, not the number 1. The edge of the ruler goes right there. Let me see if I can get that even closer so you can see even better. So that's right at the very edge. And then, do you notice where the dot is over here? What number is that right below there? Yes, it's a 6. So that's what you want to write right here is a 6, because the line from A to B is 6 inches. I'm going to give you just a second or two to write 6 on there, and then we're going to measure the next one. So put your ruler right there on the dot by the C, and then where's the other dot end? The other dot ends at 3. You got it. The key to measuring is making sure that the end of your ruler is right at the end of whatever you're measuring, because then you'll always get the right answer. So you would write a 3 here, and I think you are going to be able to do the last 2 by yourself. Make sure you start at the very end, and then write whatever number is at the dot at the end right there. On the back, you are reviewing numbers again. So it starts at 11, and there are a lot of blank spaces now, aren't there? So you need to fill in all the missing numbers and see if you can write really neat, okay? So that is the end of our math lesson for today. If you like doing measuring, you can measure many things at your house with this handy dandy ruler.